Dale Earnhardt, 3 of the last 4 years, has finished second here in the 500. Last minute preparation. How about it? Is today the day?
Well, I don't know. It could be. We've had some awful good opportunities here at Daytona. I tell you, just proud to be a part of this thing. It's pretty big. And we got Skinner here. He's on the pole, and maybe a teammate to help us win it, or maybe help him win it. But we're just looking forward to this season. Larry McReynolds and all the team were really pumped up, and Richard and I. So try to win the race with this Goodwrench Chevrolet and see if we can't make a Monte Carlo and Earnhardt 8-time champion.
Earnhardt poised on the outside, and look at him, 3 wide here. Gordon slinging down to the inside as you ride with Dale Jarrett at 190 miles per hour into turn 1.
And Earnhardt has already taken the lead away from his teammate Mike Skinner.
Oh, there's trouble.
Oh, what car?
Out of control all the way up and over is the number 29,
Robert Presley.
Around goes Presley, and he picks it up.
I don't think I've ever seen a car go up in the air, completely turn over and land back on the wheels and never touch any part of the sheet metal of that car.
102.5 miles. By leading that 41st lap, Dale Earnhardt has moved past Cale Yarborough into 3rd place on the all-time Daytona 500 lap leader list. Earnhardt now has led 554. The King, Petty, still on top at 781. Some guy named Baker, Buddy Baker. 644 laps he led in his great career here.
Hey.
Look at this up in front. Skinner messing around with his teammate Earnhardt. Or vice versa.
Look at Ward Burton there in the 22 car, making it 3 wide down into turn 3, and Kenny Schrader coming with him. Ward Burton is on a march towards the front.
Nah, they're not going to get racing in this 500.
Elliott got a little loose there in the middle. Of course, being in the middle of those fast cars will cause you to do that.
Jeff Gordon takes over in 2nd place. Earnhardt continues up in front. Skinner finds himself in 3rd, and South Boston, Virginia's Ward Burton having a great one. He's in 4th.
Well, there's Spencer in 4th place. Michael Waltrip behind him, and Spencer gets into the wall. You can see him hit it there on the outside.
That's exactly what we were talking about, that arrow push off the corner. Spencer tried to turn the car. He went right into the wall, and you see a chain reaction happening behind him.
And behind him, getting on the binders, there's Derek Cope spinning. Collects a car, and at 180 miles an hour, I think he got Bill Elliott, huh? Can't be. No, Elliott's down below him. There's another car down here in the grass. Watch this on the 23, Sterling Marlin coming in. Oh, man. Took out his Jackman.
Is in the pit area right now. They've got 2 tires on the right side. Going to take 2 more on the left. Let's go to Ralph Shaheen.
Jackman Mike Sears has got Mike Skinner's car up in the air as they will change 4 tires and take gas. They're happy with this car, Mike Joy.
Everybody here wants 4 tires and fuel. Ralph, you see the Rainbow Warriors at work. They're done quickly. And Jeff Gordon will be the 2nd car off pit road behind Michael Waltrip.
Race on pit road. Saw Ernie Irvin make a big move, got around 2 or 3 cars. See if that holds up.
Well, they better get with it, because Earnhardt got away from the group that he was running with and has closed into this front pack. He's right on the tail end there. He's using the high groove right now as they start down towards the back straightaway, but he is really running well.
Gordon took the lead.
Here's that high groove that we talked about earlier in the race. You can see the Fords run very well on the high side of the racetrack, and there goes Dale Jarrett, or Dale Earnhardt, along with him now. That's a 2 strong race cars going down that back straightaway.
Yeah, trying to muscle each other a little in there. Jarrett looking back at Earnhardt, pulling around Bill Elliott. Jarrett leaves them for a moment. They run side by side, but not by much, maybe a car length.
Boy, they're just about touching. As they did just there, you could see Bill Elliott and Dale Earnhardt kind of touch a little bit as they come off the corner.
And Dale Jarrett is up to 4th position. Let's take a look at that one. Holy, they are really in tight order out there.
Here you see Earnhardt come right up. Well, he gives him a push. Well, they call that.
That's up close and personal. I tell you what it is.
There you see Schrader in trouble and Grissom. Turn 3. Grissom in the number 41, outside of the front row. And Kenny Schrader's number 33, both off the track.
See Mike Skinner pull out behind Schrader, the green car, and there's Grissom, the white car, right in front, and they all go all the way to the inside, Schrader and Grissom, and they touch down there and then shoot back across the racetrack, almost getting the car number 31 of Skinner's that came back, both of them hitting the outside wall.
Mike Joy on pit road.
Jeff Gordon will get 2 rounds of wedge in the right rear of the car and 4 tires. Jeff Burton gets a track bar adjustment. Bill Elliott, fuel and tires only. Dick Berggren.
Muffin Myers is putting 2 cans of fuel in Dale Earnhardt's car, and he's going to put 4 tires on it. Just a ½ a pound of air pressure change in the car, and that's it. To Ralph.
Mike Skinner came in. They put 4 new tires on the car and filled it up with gas. They see it has a slight air of push, but they're very happy with the way the car is running. They're not even adjusting air pressure.
Leaders again. Here comes Craven.
See, Craven tried to go to the outside, and Mark Martin leading the race. He took that high line there and cut him off just a little bit. You can do that. Gordon goes high, though.
He goes very high, and he's going to lose 3 positions. Wow, he almost bought the farm there.
Elliott comes up to 3rd. Jarrett comes into 4th. Irvin to 5th. They say it's a flat tire. They say they have a tire. Going down on number 24. Limping around. Gordon trying to get it onto pit road. Left rear tire on number 24 may be the culprit.
Wow, that is a tough break for Jeff Gordon. Let's see. He comes off the 4th turn and does indeed head for pit road.
111 of 200 laps now complete. Gordon in trouble on pit road.
It'll be very hard not to lose a lap, as pit road speed is 65 miles an hour. Let's go to the pits and Mike Joy.
They're saying it's the right rear tire. No. Andy Papathanasiou gives a thumbs up. He says, no, it's not the right rear. They're going to change both right sides anyway. Gordon was ready to make a run with Ricky Craven when he slid high up the racetrack. They were going for the lead in tandem. Now he may lose a lap.
He might, Mike, because the leaders are coming off of turn 4, and it takes a long time to get that speed up with these restricted plate engines, restrictor plates on the carburetors of these engines, and it'll be very difficult for him to stay in the lead lap. He might do it.
What he's got to hope is when Mark Martin gets to him, he's running so much faster with the help of the draft that he goes right by him. If he can stay just in front and catch a caution, he can come right back up behind the field, but he does not look like he's going to be able to hold him off.
What he wants is a caution desperately right now, and not another moment later. For more on the Gordon story, let's go to Mike Joy.
Jeff Gordon's tire was not flat, but it was cut. There is the imprint made by a piece of debris. He was losing air pressure and wisely made the call to come in. So, Ray Evernham, you can't gamble on a thing like that, even if it costs you a lap.
No, he did an excellent job calling that, too. He had run over something in the right rear and got the right rear tire about to spun out. You know, the only thing we can do now is hope to stay on the lead lap until we get a caution and try and make some of this up. But, you know, it's just, I don't know. That's part of racing, I guess. You know, believe it or not, Mike, I want to say that's the first tire we've ever cut, you know, had to come in for a cut tire.
And
Trouble
That
big
is
time.
Greg Sachs. We were just talking about him. Oh, man, what a tough break. Oh. Bangs it hard into the wall. Both ends of it goes in. Caution will be out.
99, Jeff Burton's caught in his back straightaway action. Going into turn.
And here Gordon racing to the line. He's going to get his lap back.
Coming down, here is number 24. Right back up on top of these guys to try to work his way around. 30 other cars back to the lead. Number 99, Burton, is fired up and moving once again. And Sachs, number 20, moving around. He seems to be okay.
Mark Martin might get caught up, as we've seen several do before, down on that inside. And boy, there's not a whole lot you can do about it, but he hangs right in there going into turn 3.
Dale Jarrett puts the spurs to the 88. Picks up the 94. They try to draft around the outside. Look at this battle from Dale Jarrett's perspective.
You can see right now Mark Martin has absolutely no help on the inside. Here comes Earnhardt on the outside, moving right up on the back of Dale Jarrett's car.
That'll help to push Jarrett on by Martin. Martin's going to go to the back of that pack. There's not a lot he can do about it.
Earnhardt right on his bumper. We have Todd Parrott, the crew chief for Dale Jarrett. Got his line open. See if he has any instructions here. And look who's leading. Yes, indeed. The red and yellow colors flying for Wild Bill Elliott out of Dawsonville, Georgia. By 5 car lengths, he pulls them.
As those cars run side by side back there for second place, that's what Bill Elliott likes to look up in his rearview mirror and see.
And look who comes to second on the outside. Here comes Earnhardt. Ernie Irvan right back on the bottom. I want to show you this pass in a moment, but look at this race.
You have 2 teammates on the inside of Earnhardt fighting back on the inside. Ernie Irvan's trying to take it as they go into turn 1, side by side with Earnhardt running second.
Dale Jarrett down there. He got shook out a moment ago, but not far back. He pulled himself right back up by the bootstraps into this battle. 4-way contest for the lead. Ernie Irvan back for first place. Back straightaway, 3,000 feet, 190 miles an hour. And you can't get a piece of paper between, well, you can at this moment. Going into turn 3, back about a car length moves Earnhardt. Elliott looking back out of that McDonald's Ford Thunderbird as he brings it down out of turn number 4 and to the line to complete the 157th of 200 laps.
Boy, Ernie Irvan needs some help down there. He's caught without a drafting partner on the inside. That outside line should move along, but Ernie Irvan's showing a lot of muscle being able to stay up there without any help.
Hey, let's take a quick look at that pass for the lead. This was the move. Elliott high on the track, getting around Ernie Irvan.
That's what we saw Elliott do so well here in the 125-mile qualifying race on Thursday. He just got that high groove working good towards the end of a pit stop run, and that's what they're at now. They're not too far from their last pit stop, and his Ford really works well up there when those tires get hot.
There is a piece of metal lying just across from the start-finish line. It came off one of the cars, and Elliott, with that transmission problem, has been graced by this caution, number 6 of the day. Now there's the piece of metal which they want to have removed before we continue. And in 1997 it could come down to a Dale and Dale show. Here comes 1, 2, and 3 onto pit road. Mike Joy.
Rodney Rhodes raises up Bill Elliott's car. Joe Garona, Gerald Shire changing tires. Brad Hall will put in 1.5 cans of gas. That's all they need. Here's Dick Berggren.
Earnhardt, a quick one. 2 tires he took, and just about a can and a quarter, and the crew got the job done when it really counted. To Ralph.
Well, it was an absolutely spectacular stop for Ernie Irvan. They changed 4 tires, put in both cans of fuel, and got him out in good time, Mike Joy.
Bill Elliott's car was locked up. They had to push it down pit road, and something locked up. He couldn't get going. Now Ricky Rudd's car fails to fire. They are pushing Rudd down pit road as cars scream by him on the right side. Rudd's car is not running.
Buster Otten has the pace car in the field. Rhodes is under the starter stand, and we're away.
John Andretti down on the inside there. He's trying to make up a lap. Right now, Sterling Marlin would like to clear him and get clear sailing out front right by himself.
Andretti in 30th, 2 laps down. Marlin first, Jarrett, Earnhardt the top 3. Jeremy Mayfield's in 4th, Ward Burton in 5th. And in 6th, it's Ernie Irvan. In 7th, Terry Labonte. 8th is Bill Elliott. 9th is Jeff Gordon.
Irvan jumped up there on that outside just as you were saying that, buddy, and he did get around, or well, he's almost around John Andretti.
Well, he's got some powerful help there. Bill Elliott's pushing him as they go down the 3,000-foot back straightaway.
Here comes Irvan to the inside of Earnhardt. Earnhardt's teammate Skinner back in 19th spot, and Earnhardt fading, and here comes Elliott. Wild Bill puts the spurs to the 94.
I believe those guys that took on 4 tires, I believe that was a smart move.
With more on Bill Elliott, Mike Joy.
Big cheer in this bit, Ken. Mike Beam, you got the break you needed with that caution flag. You lost some time pushing him up, but he is flying to the front.
Yeah, I tell you, prayers are answered there. you know, we're just going to see what happens. But I tell you, this McDonald starts pretty strong. All these guys worked hard this winter.
What did they find in that engine shop late Thursday night?
I can't tell you.
And even if he could, he wouldn't, Ken.
Look on the outside here. This is the run for second place right now. Ernie Irvin's going by his teammate Dale Jarrett down on the bottom, and Bill Elliott's hooked right to the back of him as they go by.
Dale Jarrett's going to wind up in about 10th place after this is all over, because that outside lane is just going to go right on by him.
And they're not going to give him any room to pull in.
So the teammate situation went right out the window there.
Here comes Gordon. Jeff Gordon is back in it. Fighting for 6. 21 laps to go, and they come by this time, 52.5 miles, and look who's back in front. Bill Elliott is there. And Earnhardt, in his 19th try to win the 500, has moved into second position, and Jeff Gordon has come to third. Ernie Irvin relegated to fourth. Just behind him, it's Dale Jarrett, the defending champion, and then Terry Labonte, waiting, as the Iceman always does. For more on the Earnhardt story, here's Dick Berggren.
Larry McReynolds, you have the look of a worried man. What's the story here? 2 tires, a lot of the guys around you took 4. You're going to be able to get it done with just those 2?
I don't really question the tire deal, Dick. You know, it's one of those deals if we get the right help, we're at the right place at the right times. Like I just told Richard, I said, what do you think? You know him better than I do. He said, I've been here a lot of times before, and you can bet he's been in the floor pan right now with that throttle pedal, but if it's racing God's time to shine on that 3, we'll just have to see.
The crew did its job the last time around. To Ralph Shaheen.
Dick, Mark Reno is the new crew chief for Ernie Irvin. You made a great call to take 4 tires on that last stop. What will you do drafting strategy-wise now as we get down inside of 20?
Well, I don't think we have a lot of strategy now. It's all up to Ernie, and you know, we took a call and did 4 tires. This Texaco crew, they're bad to the bone, and Ernie's doing a good job, and well, we're just going to let him hang it out now.
I've never seen Bill Elliott more relaxed, more at ease in this time. I think of those, like 1989 when he broke his wrist. Remember they were trying the radial tires the first time. He slapped the wall, 195 miles an hour. Those wins in 85 and 87, all those frustrating years for Earnhardt. So close, so many times when it should have been his, and it wasn't. And for Jeff Gordon, he's doing this for someone else.
Here goes a pass. Gordon making a move on the inside of Earnhardt. Oh, Jarrett's loose.
Down the back straightaway. Big trouble. Earnhardt out. Up and over number 3. And for the 19th time, Lady Luck deals a bad hand to Earnhardt. And here's number 88, Jarrett, back underway. Caution is out. This is in lap 188 as they come to the line. Elliott brings them across, and there's damage on the side of number 24, Gordon. Dale Earnhardt, who was so savaged in that race at Talladega, and he got out and waved to the crowd. Broken ribs, broken sternum, broken collarbone. And he gave the crowd the thumbs up.
Here
and
he
he's
comes.
climbing out again. Truly a remarkable American hero, stymied another time at Daytona. Walked away from another one on the super speedways. Earnhardt, let's look at what happened. Back straightaway.
Well, you can see him coming off. That's Jeff Gordon right under Earnhardt. Earnhardt gets into the outside wall, moves over in traffic there. Everybody checked up. There's contact from the car just behind him.
Dale
Jarrett got into him just a little bit. You can see Ernie Irvin there slamming into the outside wall.
And going under him. The end of another 500 for Dale Earnhardt. From inside Jarrett's car, watch these pictures.
Well, he was going to follow. He saw Gordon make the move coming off of turn 2, and those cars get close together up there, and Earnhardt gets into the wall.
You could see Earnhardt's car get sideways just before he got to the wall there. He could not control it. It got over into the wall, and it was a chain reaction from there on. Watch him come through here. Watch it turn sideways just a little bit. Bam, right into the wall there. Now everybody didn't have time to check up.
I think Ernie got into the back and Terry got into the back of Ernie Irvin. He got the 28 car into the back of the 88. The 5 in there was a chain reaction, as you said, just backed him up. And the result, dire straits for Dale Earnhardt. The hood from the number 28 up over the fence and possibly into the Tiny Lund grandstand, we understand. You're in the pits. Car number 3, Earnhardt, and Dick Berggren is there.
What a pile of grit. Earnhardt is in the car. He's barking instructions to the crew. They're trying to tape the left rear fender on. It's barely hanging on. They're taping the hood on. The roll cage has been sandpaper. NASCAR apparently has declared he must have a spoiler, so they're going to now try to get the back deck on the car. There's nothing mechanical holding it on. They're going to have to tape it on. This thing is so beat up. If Earnhardt can make 1 lap or 2, it's an absolute miracle. He's obviously okay behind the wheel. Let's go back up to Ken Squire.
Elliott in front. Now, what about that transmission?
Bill Elliott's running that car with just a shifting lever. It's a Jericho transmission that we use on the road course, and it's not required to have a clutch.
Hendrick cars, 2nd, 3rd, and is that 4th for Craven? Look at him trying to break that draft in the back straightaway. Could happen again. Elliott in front. 5 to go when they come by. Can he stay there? Jeff Gordon has come into 2nd spot. Terry Labonte with him. And now you have those Hendrick's cars, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Will they team up and try to take it away from the Ford?
Still 28 cars on the lead lap, and all of them right in this lead draft.
And the graphic was incorrect. We are now being told there are 6 laps to go. Graphic was incorrect, and there are 6 remaining now.
Whoa, look down on the flat here. Gordon's trying to get by Elliott going into turn 1.
And Elliott gives him room.
But look at
Labonte going up the outside, and here comes Craven. The Hendrick stable giving it their best for Rick Hendricks here today. In the back straightaway, Gordon out in front. Ricky Craven drops down in front of Bill Elliott. Meanwhile, up on the outside, Sterling Marlin begins to roll.
this is going to be one wild scramble right down to the end for a lot of positions back through there.
Jeremy Mayfield bringing the number 37 up another spot. It could be 1, 2, 3 for Hendrick. Craven is into third from 40th starting position. Newburgh Maines, Ricky Craven, the new guy on the team, replacing Ken Schrader, goes up into third. Can he stay there? Elliott is ready to attack and try to take it back.
The three Hendricks cars have nailed themselves to the bottom of the racetrack, and right now it's 1, 2, 3 Hendricks cars.
Sterling Marlin in fourth, Bill Elliott back to fifth. Mayfield is in sixth, Ward Burton seventh, Martin is eighth, and Hamilton the petty car is in ninth.
Here comes Bill Elliott back on the inside off turn 4.
And trouble.
There's trouble coming down off that banking. 1, 2, 3. Benson's car among them as they come to the line. Caution is coming out. That could be the final lap under green. And if it is, Gordon has won with Terry Labonte second and Craven third. Dale Jarrett caught up. And there you see Kenny Wallace in that incident. Brett Bodine's number 11 is involved. And there's the number 1 of Morgan Shepherd all torn up.
You see Bobby Hamilton there. He just touches Benson right there on the left rear corner, and that sets a chain reaction off. You can see up on the top there, Joe Nemechek in the 73. Morgan Shepherd in the 1, now turned sideways, and all around them. Lake Speed's in that.
And for the second time today, Mike Skinner got out of something that you would thought he would have had no car at all. Earlier, he just missed by a fraction, and again. Jeff Gordon, young, loves the NBA, all pro sports, video games. Outspoken, aggressive. Terry Labonte, the quiet guy who likes to hunt and fish. would rather slide in the back door and not be seen. There they are, first and second of the Daytona 500.
Kenny is almost a lap down, fought his way back into contention, and now to win the biggest race of all Winston Cup races, the Daytona 500.
Jennifer Fry in the Washington Post wrote about the different style of these two people. The quiet one, Terry Labonte, the reserved conservative, and Jeff Gordon, the young and flashy one. Jennifer couldn't have hit it better, and they couldn't have hit it better. Look at them lining up to come across. Checkers and yellow. And Terry Labonte pulls up, and here comes the 25 car up. This reminds me of the 24 Hours of Daytona, the year the Ferraris won it. First, second, and third, and they lined up across the line. We've never seen it. One year we did, I believe the Porsches did it, but never in a stock car race. This is a first. Riding with Ralph, or rather riding with Jeff Gordon here as he heads for victory lane. Let's go quickly to Ralph Shaheen.
Well, we're down here with Bill Elliott. Bill, quite a finish, but you had problems with the clutch. Did that cost you at the end?
Well, it kind of hurt. It really didn't cost us, you know, whenever Jeff and Terry and Ricky hooked up, I was history. I mean, I knew it. I was a sitting duck at the end, but I got to hand it to these McDonald's guys. They did a heck of a job. You know, Amico Reese's, New Holland, Coca-Cola, all just pitched in there and really made my year come together. Super 8's on the car this day, and I'm telling you what, I'm just tickled to get through it, and we'll go to Rockingham next week.
And it could be a good year for Bill Elliott. It looks like he's back on track. Mike Joy in victory lane.
He has been here for the Pepsi 400, the Busch Clash, the Twin 125, everything you could win in a Winston Cup car. And now he's on the cell phone to Rick Hendrick. On the phone to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey, Rick. Can I tell Rick?
And if I can get there, we'll listen in.
Did I tell you what we're going to do or what? I told you, man. Hey, I got to go talk to the world here, buddy. Thank you so much. We love you, and this one's for you, man. All right, thanks. Woo!
Jeff Gordon, come on out here.
Yes.
Winner of the Daytona 500, youngest driver to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Can you stand on it now?
How many Winston Cup drivers carry a cell phone in their car?
Well, they handed it to me right as I came to victory lane. And that's the first person I want to talk to anyway. No offense, Mike, but
okay.
This one's for Rick Hendrick. 1, 2, 3. That is so awesome. Thank you, God. Oh, my goodness.
When you were deep in that field and you were trying to get everybody to line up because you could pull them to the front, if you could get back there, how tough, how frustrating was that to be mired back there?
Well, you know, it was real frustrating. I mean, I was sitting back there, you know, and I couldn't get anybody to work with me there for a little while. And you know, it's just really, really tough to get up through there. And I was just real patient. And I just prayed to God that, you know, hey, you know, if I'm going to glorify you on this day, you got to give me a caution. And the caution came out. So this one certainly is for God.
And the hard loss today was suffered by the driver standing by with Ralph Shaheen.
Well, here he is, a 7-time champ. Dale, I can't believe we're having this conversation again. You got out of the car after flipping and you got back in. What went through your mind through all of that?
Well, I just wanted to get back in the race and try to, you know, make laps. And we're running for a championship. Our hopes for the Daytona 500 were over there. Gordon came up under me and the car pushed off the corner and I got into the wall, got back into him, checked up a little bit. Somebody hit me from behind. Next thing I know, we're on the roof again. Luckily, no one else hit the car. We just sort of bounced around up on our lid a little bit and scuffed around, tore the back end up, whatever. I got an ambulance, and I looked back at the car, and I said, man, the wheels are still on that thing. I got out of the ambulance and asked the guy inside the car that was hooking it up. I said, see if it'll crank. And he cranked it up. I said, get out. Give me the car back. So I drove it back around here, and we taped it up. And it's just, it's frustrating for me, for the guys that worked so hard. Everybody worked so hard on the team, and getting these race cars down here, we run good and qualified good, won the qualifying race. You know, I don't know that we could have won the Daytona 500, but we were sitting there ready for a shot. And I think Gordon was a little impatient at that point, but still, you know, he went on and won the race. He's running his race, but that's the way it goes. I mean, you know, I pushed off the corner and got in the wall a little, and, you know, I could have took him out too, but I was trying to stay off him and got back, and somebody turned me from the back, and then it was all over with.